Welcome to another new creature review. Today we are checking out Transformers Prime Wars Trilogy, Power of the Primes Punch-Counterpunch. This is one of those characters where when I was little, I would look at the little fold-up catalogs that came with the boxed-up Transformers, the G1 Transformers, and I would stare at this figure for hours on end, and I'd be like, you know, it would be really cool to have this character in my collection. And here we are. Many years later. I'm not telling you how old I am. Yeah, and now I have them in my collection. I am so glad to have this in my collection. Hasbro's been knocking it out of the park lately with this, with the entire Prime Wars trilogy. All of the characters. I don't care what you got to say about this. My opinion is they have done a phenomenal job with the Hasbro figures. Let's check out this box. So we got our Transformers logo on the side, Prime Wars Trilogy at the top. On the front flap, we have our, it's really nice artwork. We got Punch in the front and Counterpunch in the back. And we have our half Autobot Decepticon hybrid logo right there. On the inside, we have our nice big product window, Prima Prime, Power of the Primes, and on the inside flap it says choose your prime. The Autobots and Decepticons use Prime Masters to wield the incredible powers of the most legendary bots in the universe, the Primes. Prime Masters carry the spark of a Prime, allowing them to share a Prime's godlike ability with other bots. So that's a perk. And on this side of the box there's our Prime Master logos, choose your Prime. On this side of the box we have a picture of Punch just kind of standing there looking cool. It looks like the clones are in the background. I'm not entirely sure who those guys are. If it is the clones, I have those somewhere. I don't know where though. Okay, I wanted to show this really quick. I saw this on someone else's, I think Facebook or Instagram, but if you put all three of the exclusive boxes together, check it out. We've got some fancy artwork right there. It would be really cool if they released this as a poster. I think I might pick it up. I might pick it up for my office, stick it on the wall somewhere, look at it and be so happy. All right. On the back of this box, we have our product renders. Prima Prime, the Warrior of Light, and you got your Prime armor. That is Prime armor. It's, I guess on this guy, I don't think he has that combiner port. So this is just armor. It just acts as armor. People were kind of asking that on some message boards and other places. Why does it come with Prime armor? Well, because it's armor. So yeah, the gimmick, it's a hand. We know it's a hand, but it's Prime armor. They're calling it Prime armor. All right, let's see. Over here, Punch is an Autobot double agent. He converts into an alternate identity, Counterpunch, to infiltrate the Decepticon ranks. So he's got a wonderful job. He gets to sneak around and do his 007 business. Takes 9 steps to go from Decepticon to Autobot, 13 steps to get to the car, and 18 steps to get back to Decepticon. So let's get this guy out of the box. All right, here he is outside of his packaging. Let's check out what he comes with. The first thing he comes with is the instructions to get him to Decepticon mode and to get him into car mode. We'll be needing that. All right, he also comes with the special edition Prima Prime. Let's get in close. And nothing special, just a little bit of blue plastic, clear blue plastic. There's the Prima Prime logo right there. Articulation, head is on a ball joint of some sort. The arms are on a ball joint. He, I don't know. Well, can give you a hug. Look at that. And it goes in that far. It can go, yep, all the way up. That one's having problems. But the other arm can go all the way up. All right, let's put those back down. The leg articulation, full sit down action, double kick, and hyperextending knees. There we go. And there is transformed mode for all your Prime Master goodness right there. All right. Also comes with the Prime Armor. This Prime Armor actually feels a lot nicer than the Prime Armors that you get in the retail store. I cannot explain it. The plastic just feels a lot nicer. We got this little port right here. And I did not know this, but people use this as a gun. I didn't know that. I didn't know that it could be used as a gun. It doesn't look like a gun. But I guess, you know, pew, pew, pew. Stick that back in there. And here are the thumbs. Here's the articulation. Thumbs can go full circle because they are on ball joints. And here are the fingers that come out. And like I said, because this guy isn't a combiner, this is just going to act as Prime Armor. So it'll just, I guess, tab in right there. And there we go. Prime Armor. And we can take out that and stick this in here, and now he's got some Prima Prime power. Prima Donna. What am I talking about? Look at that. He's got all the power, and he comes with a pistol that I believe this is the same mold as the pistol that comes with who is that? RC. Yeah. But RCs are gray. So let's zoom back out. There he is in full. Oh, well, no. Well, let's put that in his hand. Now he's got a weak square gun, too. There we go. It doesn't look bad. I mean, there. It's got that symmetry going, so I mean it's not bad. And we can flip these up. That might help with that look a little bit more. Nah. All right. Yeah, I've never really liked this gimmick anyway. So, give me a combiner arm any day of the week. All right. Let's get in on this guy's details in Autobot mode. And then we'll get him into Decepticon mode and do some size comparisons, because I am assuming they are the same height, because woohoo, there's his face right there. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's get in close. All right. There is his head. Nice silver paint, except mine looks scuffed on the front. Look at that. Can you imagine? Yeah, it's a little scuffed right there on his little mouth plate. But I'm really digging this this color pattern here. We got the blue and the yellow, and it's very vibrant. So the contrast is really cool. And he's got those red hands. The red hands are painted. They are yellow plastic. They are painted red. That is an Autobot sticker. Cool. Okay. We have paint on his thighs. Just right there. And let's see. That's confusing. Can this be flipped down? Maybe when he's in Autobot mode, we can flip that down, and then he doesn't have the Decepticon logo anymore. Yep. We get a little purple on the back of his legs right there. That's all right. Yep. Got red paint in his wheel wells. Is the helmet? Let's see. Yeah, that just swivels back and forth to give, I guess, dominance to the Autobot head and the Decepticon head. I don't know. It looks cool though. I really like that mold. It feels really nice all around too. So there's no it doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel cheap and it doesn't feel hollow, although I mean obviously it is hollow in some parts. But it doesn't feel hollow. It feels pretty sturdy. It feels nice and heavy. Um, for a figure this size, I mean he feels heavier than he looks. Let's see. I like his little shoulder pads there, gigantic shoulder pads. Let's just focus that up again. Yeah, and his forearms, the molding on his forearms. I just really like all that detail, and I like how the light hits it. So it looks very futuristic. It looks very clean and streamlined. Clear plastic right there. So this is probably painted blue right here. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Okay. Yeah. All right. His articulation. His head is on a ball joint. This helmet moves around a lot, so it's going to hinder a little bit of this motion, just a touch. I mean, not too badly to where you can't play with it. You know, it's kind of annoying. He's looking down, and now his helmet just fell over his eyes. You know, but that's all right. That's okay. That's okay. Um, let's see. His shoulder is on a like a swivel, and yeah, there's a swivel hinge right there, and a ball joint in his shoulder right there. So got a pretty good range of motion. He can wind it up like why yada. And let's see, bicep cut at the top, right there. He has a single jointed elbow, wrist articulation, um, kind of. That's for his counterpunch alt mode right there. See, whoopsie. Yeah, let's see his prime master or his prime armor port is right under there. Do these move? These tab in right here, so I guess they're not really supposed to move. And I really like how it looks. It's nice and compact. So he has, oh, that's kind of tight, but yeah, he does have a waist swivel. It's a nice and tight one, so it doesn't feel like it's gonna break. It's just tighter than I thought it would be. Um, and it's not like paint or anything got in there. It just feels tight. There you go. So that will definitely hold. Ball jointed hips. Can kick out that far, kick back that far. He has a thigh swivel, sort of, but I can't get it to move. Uh, just barely, just barely. See? Yeah, that thing doesn't want to move for me. Does the other one move smoothly? Yeah. So it's supposed to have a full range. Let's. Yeah, maybe I'm just being a wimp about it. There we go. Oh, get back in there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I loosened it up a little. Yeah, there we go. I loosened it up. Okay, he has a um his knee can go both ways. It's single jointed, but it can go both ways, so he can kick himself in the face if he needs to, or he can bend it that far. Yeah. Oh, I can bend it that far if you really need to. And he does not have any feet. He does not have any feet. All right, let's get him into Decepticon mode. All right, here he is in Decepticon mode. I don't imagine his articulation changes too much, but let's get in a little closer, and you can see that his shoulders are a little bit different, And his face is a little bit different too. Let's check out his details. Yeah. I love how big these are. He's got these big shoulder pads. Like he's going in for like a job interview and he needs his shoulder pads to power through it. Look at that. Very cool, very cool. And his hands are blue. Now, if they were organic hands, like he just like switched his entire set of fingerprints. So, uh-oh, he can frame people. Boom. Well, I guess he's framing himself because it's the same character. Ah! All right. So, this is part of the transformation here. You got to flip that down so you don't see the Autobot logo anymore. You flip that up. Yeah. He looks pretty slick. I kind of wish I bought two of these so I can have an Autobot mode and Decepticon mode without having to flip back and forth, and I could just display them. But I will not be greedy. I will only have one of these. Yes, sir. And ma'am. Whoever's watching. All right. So the shoulder pads are pretty much, I think the shoulder pads are the only difference in as far as articulation goes, because these things can go up. So they can go up like that. They can go flat like that. I don't know. That's pretty much it. And then you can see his face right there. It's ugh, his eyes. They didn't paint those very well. Just one more coat of red. That would have done it, I think. Okay. Well, we won't complain. We won't complain. Hasbro's doing a great job. All right. Then we have our Decepticon leg, which is just the Autobot leg backwards. Very fancy. I really like this. I like how they pulled this off. Because, I mean, in the back, I mean, it looks like the back of a Transformer. It doesn't look like he just turned around. And the face, you can kind of see the face there. It's kind of like, oh man, you know, like passing glance. Maybe we can stick this guy right here. There we go. There we go. Look at that. That looks all right, sort of, right? Yeah. And then you don't have to look at his face. Yeah, there we go. All right. We figured it out, everybody. We figured it out. All right. Let's do some size comparisons here. And here he is with Repugnus, Inferno, and Optimus Primal. So he's a typical deluxe figure. That's how he stands right there. Let's move this guy back right there. There we go. All right, let's get this guy into car mode. All right, here he is in car mode. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I could not find what the shoulder defect was. There were QC reports that there was a problem with how the shoulders shored up, and I wasn't sure if it was in alt mode or bot mode, but I mean, everything seems to be nice and tight right here. I will tell you this, right here, I heard a very unsavory snap, and I did open it up and close it a couple times off camera just to see what the problem was, and I couldn't see anything. But I did fold down the Decepticon logo in there. The instructions say to fold it up, but I folded it down because it seemed like it was popping out too far right up here. See, now it's kind of laying down flat. And they don't say anything about this in the instructions because it's going from Autobot mode into car mode in the instructions. But this piece right here will get in the way of your alt mode. When I first ran through it, he was teetering on a point right here. and none of his wheels were touching the ground. He was just kind of spinning on the tips of his feet right here, where it was bowing out from this being down. So a few things to watch out for. I don't know what the QC issue was. I just know that there was one in the shoulders somehow, but the shoulders on mine seem to be fine. I don't see anything wrong. Everything is shored up. The only transformer I have that is in car mode right now is Crosshairs from the last night. And here's how they scale up. They look all right. That's a pretty nice scale there. Yep. You can see they're almost the same length. Like it comes out at the bumper a little further. Yep. And all his wheels touch the ground, and they do roll. See? Both sides. It feels nice and solid. It doesn't feel like it's three-wheeling at all. There's a little bit of rock in there, but I mean that's the wheels are touching the ground. See? And it rolls really nice. Let's check out the details here. Got a nice solid blue. No identifying faction marks. That's good. Except for there. Oh no. The wheels look nice. You got those nice red rims. See through the windows. The windows are kind of weird because there's like an inner window in Decepticon mode on his chest, and then we have this outer window that folds up from his feet that are this section right here, and they fold up and then they just kind of clam up and come around. So we have an inner window on top, and on top we have an outer window. The windows look nice. The paint is sharp, nice and glossy. I don't see any bleed over or over painting. Maybe a little right there, but I don't think so. The panels are nice. Got the hood vents. That is really cool right there. I like that front end. That looks really cool. Got his brake lights in the back. That's not straight. But that does key together. There's a peg that goes together right there. And it's unfortunate, but not a deal breaker. It's just a little bit off. Not too big of a deal. Got some intakes right there. Door handle. I really like this. I really do. His headlights. Yeah. All right. Let's get this guy back into bot mode. All right. So, final thoughts. I do like this figure quite a bit. He doesn't feel cheap. He feels really good in hand. He doesn't feel hollow, even though you can plainly see he's hollow. He doesn't feel hollow at all. He's very nice and sturdy. Both Autobot and Decepticon modes work really well. Although, in my opinion, even though I do like the Autobot decor and motif, I guess, I think the Decepticon actually looks a lot better to me. That's just my opinion. He's going to be staying in this mode though on my shelf until I feel like playing with him again, which will be quite often because this is a great gimmick. I like that he can turn into a Decepticon. That's his. He's a triple changer. He transforms into a Decepticon, and that's really cool. I like how he. This is very rare for me. I like how this looks on him. I typically just don't like the prime armors at all unless I'm um, combining the figures. But he looks good, and wow, I really wasn't expecting it to look as good as it does. Um, but tell me what you think in the comments below. Which version, which mode do you like better, the Autobot or Decepticon mode? Um, and what do you think of the Prime armors in general? Because I don't know, I just don't like them. I think they look kind of nutty in this armor mode. I mean, it's armor. I mean, it's supposed to be a hand or like the back of a foot, but hey, it actually kind of works on some of the robots. I actually saw a prime armor on, I think, a Weird Wolf, and it looked like he was like wearing samurai armor, and it looked really cool. But tell me what you think in the comments below about this figure, and are you planning on picking him up? The whole bit. Let me know what you're thinking. If you like this review, give me a like. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do that. Hit the notification bell to see when I put up new videos. I'm definitely going to be taking a lot of pictures of this guy, so be on the lookout on my Instagram and Facebook. And thanks for watching.